So this is the first, which is having cost of the drug is very high. So we are selling in the milligrams, Okay, if you want to 1 kilogram of the saffron, so you have to collect 1,75,000 flowers. 1,75,000 flowers. If you collect, from that you will get 1 kg of the Keshara. See how much it requires the flowers. So usually one plant, they used to, in the early stage, one plant will give only one flower. So in one flower, you will get only 3 stigmas. So if you collect 1,75,000 flower, so from that you can collect the stigma, so which weight about 1 kg. Okay, so that's why it is one of the highest cost drugs. Okay, so we'll see next. We'll move to the basonym of Keshara, Kunkuma Keshara. Shabdaihi stuyate. So here Shabda, the word Shabda is taken as it is a sacred plant. It is a sacred or a prized, word of prized, they used to say. So because it is used by most of the peoples, they used to worship. Shabdaihi stuyate. Kunkuma is very sacred, and all will worship this plant. All will use to worship. Okay, to use the god. The botanical name is Crocus sativus. So crocus, the word crocus is derived, or it is from Theophrastus. The name is given from the Theophrastus. And sativus means cultivation. Sativus means like Cucumis sativus, Crocus sativus, Allium sativa, like that. Sativus means cultivation. So it is cultivativus, belongs to the family Iridaceae family. Iridaceae, Iridaceae family. Iridaceae, that is Kesharakula. So this is the only one detailed drug in our syllabus. There is no other drug which belongs to Iridaceae family. Even in the non-detailed drug, there is no one the drugs which belongs to the Iridaceae family. This is the only one drug they have mentioned in our syllabus which belongs to Iridaceae family. Okay, there is Kesharakula. Next, we'll move to the vernacular names. Keshara. In Hindi, it is called Keshara. In English, it is called saffron. Kannadadalli Kunkuma Kesara. So next, we'll move to the Ganas. According to Charaka, it is mentioned under Shonita Stapana Mahakashaya. According to Charaka, it is mentioned under Shonita Stapana Mahakashaya. According to Shushruta, Iladiganam. Even though Charaka has not mentioned in Varne Mahakashaya, but most of the Kesharas nowadays, they are using in the drugs one which gives the complexion as in cosmetic purpose. Most of the drug, the Kashmira, which is cultivated, so most of the Keshara which is used for in cosmetic preparations. Okay, so but Acharya Charaka has not mentioned, but even though we are using as cosmetic purpose, which gives the complexion. Okay, what Acharya Charaka says, Shonita Stapana Mahakashaya. Shonita means the blood. The Nirukti or the definition of Shonita Stapana Mahakashaya is given by Acharya Gangadhara, and even the Chakrapani, he used to say, Shonitasya Dushtasya Dushtim Apahritya Prakrutau Stapayati Shonita Stapanam. Shonitasya Dushtim Apahritya. Okay, so vitiated rakta. The vitiated rakta will be purified by its properties, by purifying the blood, which is going to do the stapana of the Shonita. That is called as Shonita Stapana. According to Chakrapani, Shonitasya Dushtim Mahaparutya Prakrutau Stapayati, one which normalize the blood. That is called as Shonita Stapana. Charaka Sutrasthana, 4th chapter. And Dallana, while commenting on Sushruta Samhita, he used to give Shonita Stapanam, Shoniti iti Pravrutti Stambhanam. Wherever there will be a bleeding, wherever there will be a bleeding, depending upon whatever the causative factor. So Aghatajanya or the reason where there will be bleeding is there. So to stop that bleeding, The drugs one which increases the blood and which stops the bleeding. So that is called as Shonita Stapana according to Sushruta. The drugs one which increases the blood and also stops the bleeding. Whereas Chakrapani, he used to give the definition of Shonita Stapana as the drugs one which does the Shodhana of the vitiated Rakta and does the normalize the Rakta. That is called as Shonita Stapana according to Chakrapani. Okay, Shonita Stapana. So what are the Shonita Stapana Dravyas? So this is very important. Please remember the Shonita Stapana Mahakashaya Dravyas, because you will get most of the question from in the NEET examination and also in YOC you will get. So this is very specific, the Mahakashaya, because so this Mahakashaya contains the drugs like Jangama Dravyas are there, Audbida Dravyas are there, and Parthiva Dravyas are there. So this is the one Mahakashaya where all the origin drugs will be present. Jangama Dravya, Audbida Dravya, and Parthiva Dravyas. So all the drugs are present in this Mahakashaya. Okay, please remember. So the drugs mentioned under the Shonita Stapana Mahakashaya are, see, Madhu, Madhuka, Rudhira, Madhu, Madhuka, Rudhira, Mocharasa, Mrutkapala. Okay, Madhu, Madhuka, Rudhira, Mocharasa, Mrutkapala. Then Lodra, Gairika, Lodra, Gairika, Priyangu, Lodra, Gairika, Priyangu, Sharkara, Laja. These are the 10 drugs. See, Madhu, Madhuka, Rudhira, Mocharasa, Mrutkapala. Then Lodra, Priyangu, Lodra, Priyangu, and Gairika, and Sharkara, Laja. See, these are the 10 drugs. First, we'll see what are the Jangama Dravyas, what are the Audbida Dravyas, what are the Parthiva Dravyas. So the first drug that is under Shonita Stapana Mahakashaya is mentioned is Madhu. As you all know, Madhu is one of the Jangama Dravya. Okay, so Madhu, then Madhuka. Madhuka, that is St Madhu, that is Audbida Dravya. Madhu, Madhuka, Rudhira. Rudhira means Rakta. So Rudhira is a synonym of Keshara. As the useful part of the drug, that is the dried stigma, or you can say like Stri Keshara, which is having Rakta Varna, which is having reddish in color. So that's why they used to give the synonym as Rudhira. Okay, so Rudhira is Keshara. So Madhu, that is Jangama Dravya, Madhuka, Rudhira, and Mocharasa. Muka, Rudhira, Mocharasa. So these are 3 drugs of Audbida Dravya. Mrutkapala. Mrutkapala, that is mud. If there is any injuries, where especially the peoples they used to, in the field they used to work, wherever if they occurs any cut injuries, they used to put the mud. So immediately to stop the bleedings. Okay, that is the fried mud. They used to say the fried mud is going to act like a Shonita Stapana Mahakashaya. So Mrutkapala and Gairika. As you all know, the Gairika, this is one of the Parthiva Dravya. So Mrutkapala and Gairika are the 2 drugs which belongs to the Parthiva Dravyas. Madhu is the one which belongs to Jangama Dravyas. The remaining 7 drugs like Madhuka, Mocharasa, so Madhuka, Mocharasa, and Lodra, Priyangu, Sharkara, Laja. So these are the 7 drugs which belongs to the Audbida Dravyas. Okay, so Madhu, that is Jangama Dravya, Gairika, and Mrutkapala, Parthiva Dravya, and the remaining 7 drugs are considered as, that is Audbida Dravyas. Okay, so please remember this Mahakashaya, Shonita Stapana Mahakashaya. According to Sushruta, it is considered under Eladigana. According to Sushruta, it is considered under Eladigana. As you all know, the Eladigana, according to Sushruta, it is the one Gana where it contains maximum number of drugs. That is around about 28 drugs are mentioned in this Eladigana. And they are almost all, they are aromatic in nature. They are aromatic in nature. Eladigana Dravyas, the name itself, Ela, which is, it is well known for its odor. Okay, so all the drugs which are belongs to the Eladigana are aromatic in nature, and around about 20 drugs are there. Okay, so next, so this is the picture. You can observe the natural source, natural available, natural habitat of kunkuma. See the cloudy atmosphere. The cloudy atmosphere. So especially in the month of the flowering will start in the month of now October and November. In the month of this month, the flowering will start. Okay, so this is another picture of the in high altitude places, in the hilly areas. So they are cultivating this plant because it requires minimum 18 degrees Celsius temperature. Minimum 18 degrees Celsius temperature. So next we'll move to the synonyms, the paryaya. So based on the availability, it is having the synonym as Kashmiram, 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 Kashmiraja. So I have quoted only one synonym here based on the this availability. Kashmiram, 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 Kashmiraja. So three synonyms. Kashmiraja. So Kashmire Bhavam, the plants one which grows, or the plants one which is naturally available in Kashmir regions. The plants one which grows in Kashmir region, that is based on the availability. Okay, so Balhikam, that is Bhalikadeshe Upalabhyamanam, Bhalikadeshe Upalabhyamanam. So this is also based on the availability. So Kashmiram, Bhalikam, two synonyms. Okay, Bhalikadeshe Upalabhyamanam, as the plants one which grows in Bhalikadesha, Bhalikadesha. So already we come across with this word while explaining about Hingu, Gugulu. Okay, so Balhika. Balhika means this is the area which is that is the Pakistan. They used to occupy the some parts of Punjab. The Pakistan occupied Punjab regions. For that area, they used to call it as Balhika. Okay, Bhalika Deshe Upalabhyamanam. The plants one which grown in Bhalika Desha, that is called as Bhalikam. So based on the availability. Next, based on the resemblance, Agni Shikam. Agni Shikam. What it means? Agnihi Shikeva Kesharo Ashyaha. So Keshara, how it looks? Kesharo Ashyaha. It looks like Agni Shikeva. Agnihi Shikeva means the fire flame. How the flame of the fire it looks in the similar, in the same way the Keshara they used to look. It is having that much of red in color. Okay, Agnihi Shikeva Kesharo Ashyaha. The Keshara which resembles or which looks like the flame of fire. Agnihi Shikeva Kesharo Ashyaha. Okay, resemblance based on the color. Kusumod Bhavam. Kusumod Bhavam. As the Keshara, there is the stigma or the useful part. Keshara or the useful part which is obtained from Kusumod Bhavam. Kusumad Udbhavo Ashyaha. The Keshara which is obtained from the flowers, that is called as Kusumod Bhavam. Kusumad Udbhavo Ashyaha. Keshara is the useful part which is obtained from the flowers, that is called as Kusumod Bhavam. Okay, next Raktam. So based on the color, based on the varna, so one is Agnishikam and another one is Raktam and another one is Rudiram. So in the Shonita Stapana Mahakasha he mentioned Rudira. Okay, so Agnishika, Rudira and Rakta. Rakta Varnam, the dried stigma, even the fresh stigma is also having red colored, dark red colored. That's why they have given the synonym as Raktam, Rudiram. Okay, Rakta Varnam. Pitakam, Pitavarnam Janayati. So here you may get confusion. There he used to mention as Raktam, Rudiram, Agnishikam. Here Pitakam, Pitavarnam. What it means? Pitavarnam Janayati. When you add these threads of Keshara in Jala, which gives yellowish color, or when you add the threads of this Keshara to the food, which gives a very attractive golden yellowish color. That's why they used to call it Pita Varnam Janayati. So that's why they are using in the food preparation, in cooking, they are using this one. Especially in Iran, Spain, like the China countries, they are adding in food preparations, which gives very attractive color, attractive odor. Okay, so Pitakam, Pita Varnam Janayati. When you add the threads of Keshara, which turns to yellowish color. Okay, that is called as Pitakam. So Varanyam, based on the karma, Varnaya Hitam, as which gives the complexion, as one which increases the complexion. So I think the very well, the famous, the preparations, Kunkumadi Taila. Kunkumadi Taila is one of the a very famous preparations which is indicated in case of Mukadushika. Mukadushika, Vyanga, the conditions we are using. Okay, so the preparation is like Kunkumadi Taila, Varnaya Hitam Vardam, one which enhances the complexion. Okay, so Kusumba. So Kusumba, I think it is very commonly available drug in our areas. In Kannada, we used to call it Kusubi. Kusubi Enne. That is Cerathmus tinctorius. Botanically, we used to identify Cerathmus tinctorius. So Kusumba is one of the adulterant for Keshara. Okay, Kusumba Varnam. The inflorescence which is having yellowish in color, that type of the Varna they used to give. Okay, so here Kusumba means that is based on the resemblance they used to use. Thivram, based on the odor, it is having very attractive aromatic in nature. Okay, so Thivram, Tikshna Gandhi, a strong aromatic is there. Strong aromatic odor will be present. So based on that, they used to use Thivram. And another synonym based on the odor itself, Pishunam. Thivram and Pishunam. Shuchate Gandhena. Because of its penetrating odor, because of its Tikshna Gandha, they have given the synonym as Thivram and Pishunam. Shuchate Gandhena, which is having a penetrating odor. But odor is very attractive, very aromatic. Okay, and one more based on the karma, Varam. Vriyate Kamyate iti. As the drug one which gives the complexion, and because of its attractive odor, as which gives a very attractive color to the food, so it is liked by Kamyate. The every peoples, they used to like this drug because which gives the complexion, which gives the taste, which gives the odor. So because of these properties, it is liked by everyone. Varam. Okay. Even the Nisha, Haridra is also having the synonym as a Varam. Okay. So please remember. So based on the availability, Kashmiram Balikam and Kashmiraja, Kashmira. So these are the synonyms based on the availability. So based on how it looks, that is Agnishikam, Raktam, Rudiram, based on the resemblance. Okay. From where you are going to obtain this, the useful part, that is the Keshara, that is Kusumodbhavam. Okay. Next, as it gives the color, that is Pitakam. Based on the actions, Varanyam, Varam. And based on the as it gives the color, yellowish color, based on the resemblance, that Kusumbham. And based on the odor, Thivram and Pishunam. So these are the synonyms of Keshara. Okay. So before going to start the drug Keshara, so I think you please recollect the underground modification of the stem as the main part of the drug, which is obtained from this corm. Corm, the main, the kunkuma, the plant one which is grown from the corm. So that I will explain later. So what is corm? So corm is an underground modified stem. So as you all know, rhizome, tuber, bulb, and corms. Rhizome, tubers, bulbs, and corms. Usually we used to say these are the 4 underground modification of stems. So there are 3 types mainly: aerial modification of stem, sub-aerial modification of stem, and underground modification of stem. As you all know, the aerial modification of stem is cladodes, phyllocladodes, thorns, bulbils, and tendrils. Okay. So the sub-aerial modification is runner, sucker, offset, stolon. And the underground modification, that is for the purpose of special functions, to perform some special functions, that is especially storage of food. So here for the storage of food, the underground stem is going to modify into rhizome, corm, bulb, and tubers. Okay, rhizome, corm, bulbs, and tubers. So among them, the kunkuma or the keshara, which is they used to develop from the corm. So what is corm? So corm is a short, thickened underground stem So corm is a short, thickened underground stem surrounded by leafy scales. Surrounded by the leafy scales. I will show you one more pictures. So this is an example. This is the corm. What you are observing, this is the corm. So these are called the roots. These are called the roots. So when you take the transverse section, when you take the longitudinal section of this drug, the longitudinal section shows, so this is the bulb. This is the very important part. We used to call it, this is called apical bud. So from this apical bud, the foliage, the leaves, and the peduncle, the main stalk, the inflorescence or the flower, they used to develop from this part. From the apical bud, the leaves and the flowers, they used to develop from this part. Okay, so this is the storage, the food, that is stem tissues. Okay, so this is covered by a leathery layer, that is sheets of a leaf, that is we used to call stem tissues. Sorry, this is the tunica, the membrane or a layer, tunica. Okay, so roots, stem tissues, tunica, and apical bud. Okay, so please remember. So this is the plant, what you are observing. So in this picture, so these are the corm. So this is going to act like a seed. So from this only the plant, the kunkuma plant, they used to develop. Okay, so what you are observing, the red colored, so these are called the stigma. So this is the female, the sexual organs. These are called the stigma. So each flower contains 3 stigmas. So you can observe. So 1, 2, and 3. So each flower contains 3 stigmas and also 3 styles. So the stamens. So this yellowish colored card, these are the 3 number, they are stamens. So male sexual organs. So 3 stamens and 3 stigmas. Okay. So this is, we used to call corm. So from this we used to cultivate the plant. Okay. So these are the pictures of the corm. It looks like somewhat onion shaped. It's somewhat onion shape only. Okay. See how they used to cultivate. So you can take the corm and you can keep in a land. I will show some more pictures about how they used to cultivate. See the distance between the 2 corms. Yes, in this picture exactly can observe. See, they used to make rows. So in each rows, the distance between each row and the distance between each corm. I will show us one more. Yes, in this picture you can observe. So here they used to make a bed. They used to make a bed. So this is called the length of the corm where you have to keep. Okay, so that is planting depth. They used to say is around about 10 to 15 centimeter in length, 10 to 15 centimeter depth. Okay, then the distance between 2 rows, is around about 15 centimeter in length. 15 centimeter in length, the distance between 2 rows, and the distance between the bulb, is around about 5 to 10 centimeter. Okay, and the distance of the bed, width of the bed, is around about 75 centimeter. So this is called the width of the bed, that is 75 centimeter, and width of walkway. So this is the width of between 2 beds. This is called width of walkway. You can walk, you can collect the flowers by walking in these areas. And this one, the height of the bed, is around 15 to 35 centimeter. Okay, so they will not ask in the examination. This is for your knowledge purpose, as the drug is very costliest drug. So you can, if you want, you can cultivate, but you have the basic ideas. Okay, so saffron corms can either be planted directly into the ground, that is borders, gardens, fields, etc., or in pots or windows boxes. Put the corms into the ground at a 10 to 15 centimeter depth, 10 to 15 centimeter depth, leaving a 10 centimeter gap between them. So between the corms, minimum 10 centimeter gap, and the depth is 10 to 15 centimeter. Okay, so watering is not necessary, but in case of severe drought, so in September, watering them once will usually be enough, as the plants, one which is naturally grown in 18 degrees Celsius temperature. Okay, so it will not require more water. So corms multiply from 1 year to the next, from 1 corm to 5 after 3 years. After 3 years, they used to multiply the corms. So this is how they used to develop. So this is the bud. They used to start developing. Okay. So this is another picture you can see. So this is called the corm. So from mother corm, the corms they used to develop. So there are 3 corms. So that used to start around after 3 years. So during the first year, the yield will be less because only mother corm